Taylor Swift, you're a fan. She makes an appearance on the show with some ACC stars. She even has some new songs that are ACC sports related. That's next.
On ACC Live, it's all about the quarterbacks. Tajh Boyd and the Tigers are treating every game, including tomorrow night, like it's for the national title.
We feel like this is the biggest game of the year.
Also, Jameis Winston isn't perfect. Wait, what?
Jameis Winston, college football's next superstar in the making.
Jimbo tells us why he loves his freshmen's successes and mistakes. Plus,
it's another Syracuse touchdown.
Terrel Hunt is now the man for the Qs. What do he and Clinton Portis have in common that's helped him face life's challenges? ACC Live starts now.
This is ACC Live. He is Miami Hurricane great and NFL All-Pro Clinton Portis. I'm Jeff Fischel, third-ranked Clemson. Tomorrow night, a Thursday night gift basket for ACC football fans taking on NC State. Now, both teams are 2-0, but facing very different questions. Clemson trying to make a statement each week that it's a BCS contender. Dave Dorn's Wolfpack barely beat an FCS team its last time out. What's your take on this game, Clinton?
I think this is an easy game for Clemson. You don't go into this game overwhelmed. You get in, you get out, get your guys out fast, get off to an early start, stay healthy. You got a long season.
So you don't think NC State pulls off the upset?
No, it's not a chance. NC State just struggled last week in what should have been a cakewalk game. And I think for Clemson, fresh, coming off a week, you just lose your star player. Don't let that linger. Get in, get out. Don't make it a stat game. Just come out with the W.
Tajh Boyd talks about how this game fits into a national title chase. We're going to look at that split-second choice he makes when he's in the pocket, surveying the defense. Of course, those choices are more complicated now that Sharon Peake is out for the season with a torn ACL. All that's coming up on ACC Live. Do you expect Tajh to put up numbers that will help his Heisman chances tomorrow night? Or like CP says, do you just get him out of there once you've got the big lead? Tweet us at the ACCDN. Now, remember last year against the Wolfpack, he had 8 touchdowns. Now, for some of the big stories crisscrossing the detours in my mind and the internet, it is the buzz. Taylor Swift performed at UVA. And look what the Cavs Men Hoops Twitter feed tweeted out. There they are. I'm starting a baseless rumor. Joey Hoops is her new famous crush, following in the footsteps of Joe Jonas, John Mayer, Harry Styles. Who's your famous crush, CP?
Man, I had a few famous crushes. You know, I had Alicia Keys, Sanaa Lathan, Tara Banks, Lisa Ray. Where do I stop?
All fine choices. We've also seen, recently Coach K talking about his crush on Beyonce. Now, I was surprised by this. But T. Swift is a huge ACC fan. At the concert, she performed such classics as I Knew the Who's Had Trouble in the Backcourt, It's a Love Story, Jameis, Just Say Yes, I Wish Joe Harris Wore Number 22, and my favorite, Maryland, We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together.
Is that your singing voice?
Miami's facing Savannah State. That's coming up. We are having some technical problems here on ACC Live, so we're going to take a quick break while we sort all that stuff out. We have some brainiacs here that can fix these things, and we will be right back here on ACC Live on the ACC Digital Network.
It's time to twist again at Ruby Tuesday. Introducing 4 amazing new burgers made with 100% fresh USDA choice beef, handcrafted to order with a twist. Our new buttery toasted pretzel buns. Like our spicy jalapeno pretzel cheeseburger with pepper jack cheese, crispy jalapenos, and smoky chipotle mayo. Or our bacon cheese pretzel burger with applewood smoked bacon, all starting at just $8.99. And go to funbetweenthebuns.com for a twisted deal on our pretzel burgers. Welcome to Ruby Tuesday.
The ACC mobile app is free and fully loaded. Scores, schedules, and stats, highlights, and live games, all in the palm of your hand. Download it on your iPhone, iPad, or Android. Your teams, your app. It's on the ACC mobile app, presented by Carrabba's. Download it today.
Want to win a trip to the ACC Football Championship? Visit the ACC Facebook page and enter the Haviland Protect What Matters Challenge for your chance to win.
Having analyzed countless college football formations, I can spot a good defense. Haviland Motor Oil defends your car's engine and helps protect your investment. Share your Haviland stories on our Facebook page and enter to win a VIP trip to the ACC Football Championship.
Haviland, protect what matters.
College sports is about moments. Moments we cheer for. Moments that give us chills. Moments we will never forget.
Deflected!
must-see moments. The ACC Digital Network. It's on.
When it comes to being better, what's better? Being better or worse?
Better!
Okay, and what are you better at?
I'm better at telling jokes.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Queen.
Queen who?
Queen, my dishes, please.
Queen.
It's Queen to make it funny.
He doesn't get it.
It's not complicated. Better is better. And AT&T is the nation's fastest and now most reliable 4G LTE network.
We are at the cutting edge here at the ACC Digital Network, hence digital's in our name, and sometimes things need to get worked out. And they have been. So we're back, and we're still buzzing. Miami facing Savannah State, a struggling FCS school. This should not be a problem. One thing that won't separate these schools, the coaches dress exactly the same. Al Golden, of course, known for the white shirt and orange tie. And Savannah State's Ernest Wilson has the same look.
I think it's great to pay homage. I think it's an appreciation. But after the spanking they're going to get this weekend, I doubt if he has anything positive to say about Coach Golden.
Now, Al Golden even inspired us to go with the white shirt and orange tie look. That's us. Clinton Portis and Jeff Fischel. There we are.
Why did they have to put me on the bad by the side? Tell me that.
I think we look like twins.
I don't.
A really interesting conference matchup Saturday, Georgia Tech and North Carolina. We know Tar Heels coach Larry Fedora will be amped because he always is. He's always walking around with an energy drink, and we finally know exactly how many energy drinks he has a day. He told Andrew Carter of the News and Observer, yes, 9 Red Bulls a day.
I guess this can explain why the UNC offense is so sped up. When you look at Coach Fedora on Red Bulls, he's amped up. He plays. It shows in the pace of his offense.
It sure does. We put an ISO cam on Fedora on the sidelines. Look how amped up he is. Look how quick he's moving around up and down the sideline.
That's the play call. Now take off. Get it in. Go.
I think that's after Red Bull number 7. And he still has a couple more just to finish things off of the day.
I would love to see him after the game is over.
I tried to do some math from what I could figure. 9 Red Bulls. That's about the same, as much caffeine as 6 or 7 cups of coffee and as much sugar as a 6-pack of Coke. He says that's only during football season, but again, when we've seen him in the offseason, he still has a Red Bull in his hand at all times. North Carolina and Virginia Tech are both honoring the military Saturday. Check out the Hokies military appreciation uniforms. Andy Bitter tweeted out the picture, so I'll ask what he asked. Do you like them? Yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay?
Nay. I think it's exciting to get new uniforms. I mean, for the players, for the school, for the fans. I think it's exciting, but those are hideous.
Now, Logan Thomas had a similar feeling last year with these helmets they wore for the whiteout. What do you think of those?
I actually love the turkey. I actually love those. You know, I like that helmet more than I like the tribute.
All right. So, again, Logan Thomas, I remember last year him tweeting out that he was not a fan, and several other players kind of chimed in, and I think they were told to quiet it down a little bit.
Well, I think that's what matters. I think when you look good, you play good. So if the players don't feel good about it, then you got to do away with it.
All right, so hopefully they look good and feel good this week, and that is the buzz. Here's this week's schedule. Remember, Clemson and North Carolina State are tomorrow night. Virginia Tech wearing those unis. Kicks off Saturday at noon. So do Fedora's 9 Red Bulls against Georgia Tech. Wake needs a win over Army to get to 2-2. Pitt at Duke at Wallace Wade. That's the game on the ACC Network. Maryland's biggest test so far, West Virginia. And this game's in Baltimore. The 2 night games featuring ranked Sunshine State schools. Stephen Morris expects the offense to get more aggressive this week.
Yeah, I think we need to open up after a week off. You get an opportunity. You get opened up. Stephen Morris came out and asked, can they open up the offense? So you had a week to throw in wrinkles. You got Savannah State. Go deep every play.
They do need to get it going with James Coley now as the offensive coordinator. The Canes 5 of 25 on third down so far. That's tied for 4th worst in the country. The Noles, meanwhile, hosting Bethune-Cookman. I think it's impossible to find any Florida State fans who are not smitten with Jameis Winston at this point. After 2 games, he's thrown 6 touchdowns and 5 incompletions. It's the rare instance of a guy not only living up to the hype, but being even better than the hype. He is blowing all reasonable expectations away. Coach Jimbo Fisher says what impressed him the most against Nevada was the way that Winston responded to his very first college interception.
For the most part, I thought he played well. Again, the high throw early. Like I say, that part of the field, we'd rather be a little safer in that decision. But the throw was there, and it was a high throw. But I like the way he bounced back from that, and also not just bouncing back, getting completion, but he didn't lose his aggression. still stayed aggressive with the football.
Clinton, what's impressed you the most about Winston so far?
I think exactly like Coach Jimbo said, you do want your quarterback to come back after adversity and continue to show aggressiveness. And as you've seen, he made tough throws. He made throws downfield. He squeezed it in the corner of the end zone. So you want to see that, and I think it was great for Jameis Winston to have that first interception.
Now, another great Florida State story right now, Carlos Williams. This is a guy. He made the big interception, that's right, on defense for the Noles in the ACC title game last year. That pick late in the game sealed the win. About 10 days ago, he switched from safety to running back. And against Nevada, he looked like a track star running for a 65-yard touchdown, over 100 yards in the game. Jimbo says switching positions for Carlos Williams was the right move for Williams.
This has nothing to do with we need a running back, has nothing to do with I don't think he's doing well. I thought he was doing well on defense. I just think it's the most natural position for him. I really did. I've always thought that.
Now, don't question Jimbo. Remember, Xavier Rhodes came to Florida State as a receiver. He switched to cornerback. Now Rhodes is in the NFL, a first-round pick. Clinton, you played both ways in high school. It wasn't always clear that you were going to be a running back.
Well, I think the advantage that he has is when you come from safety, you're used to the physical play. You're used to attacking and being aggressive. And all of a sudden you go to running back. You take that same style of play. You take that same to blocking, to running the ball, and it makes you a fierce runner because you can attack the defense. You know the angles. And as you've seen, I think he's so comfortable the way he just broke. For 65 yards to go untouched, like you outrun all angles. So I think that was a great move for him.
Carlos looks great, no doubt, and they're so deep now at running back. Another ACC quarterback put up Jameis Winston-type numbers last Saturday. He didn't even start, but now he does. Terrel Hunt from Syracuse. He went 15 of 18, 265 yards, 3 touchdowns in the Orange's 54-0 win against Wagner. Monday, Scott Schaefer announced Hunt will start Saturday against Tulane, not Drew Allen. It's the move Schaefer had to make, even if it's based on how Hunt has done against an FCS school and Northwestern's second-string defense the week before. Hunt said this would happen. Actually, he told Schaefer after spring practice when he was third on the depth chart that he knew he was the guy to lead Syracuse football. Hunt's proving to be right. He's a confident guy. Fighting for the quarterback job is easy compared to some of the challenges he's faced and overcome. And as Danielle Trotta tells us, the way Hunt has learned to sort out these challenges is by writing poetry.
Dear Mama, things can never add up to the love of you. As she sways with her geeky walk so cool, I love her. Everything I do is for her too. When I go to college in 2 years, I will take her with me, in my heart, in my mind, and my spirit. And we shall stand tall together, so free. She was my cuddler when I was down and cold. God always has us. She called me her miracle baby, yet she didn't know she was my only lady. The #1 girl that made my blood flow. In her arms, the world would stop.
Only 48 years old, his mother Katrina was diagnosed with ovarian cancer and immediately began chemotherapy. On January 31st, 2010, Katrina lost her battle with cancer.
I just told my aunt that I really wanted to go see her, and my aunt was like, no, she needs rest. So I went anyway, and that was the last time I actually heard her speaking.
Terrel has found an emotional way to cope in poetry.
Things just come to me. I think about the past a lot, and then whatever just flows in my mind, I write down, and then later on I'll probably go and take it out or fix it, but usually when I'm just writing, I just let the words come to me. And sometimes I just sit and talk to her too, and I'll just know like what she's gonna say back to me. Sometimes I ask her, or I'll just talk about the football season and how you think it's gonna go. And it sounds cliche, it sounds a little fake, but if you know your mom, you know what she's gonna tell you. I usually wear a shirt underneath, and it's a picture of me and her when I was younger, and I was grabbing her face like this. And on the back is the poem that I wrote to her or whatever. But yeah, before the games, I just go to a little area, close my eyes, do this, and then look up at her and be like, I got you. And then that's it. Then I know that she has me, and we're good.
It's a great story. Thanks again to Danielle Trotta for that. Hunt, clearly an easy guy to root for. And Clinton, I know you can relate to the way he uses poetry to kind of sort out the tough times he's been through.
Well, I think when you look at tough times, when you look at this story, and when you look at what Terrel Hunt's doing and the opportunity that he's getting, I think when you look at Terrel Hunt and the opportunity that he's getting to have all of this happen in life, when you step on the field, it's easy to go out and play football. I think experience this, watching your mother go and being able. A lot of people can't express themselves. I know I was that way. I couldn't express myself, so I always would write it down. And he's the same way. And to not have that person to talk to not be able to open up and being able to express yourself through poetry, you know, for him to come out and share this with the world so early, because I just got comfortable in my late stages of 20. In my late 20s to share my poetry with people. So I think this is a great way to communicate, and people got to take notice. You know, this is a great expression for Terrell, and I wish him all the best.
Absolutely. We will be rooting for him this week. Again, he is now the starting quarterback at Syracuse. Now, Terrel Hunt and Carlos Williams, who we saw a couple minutes ago as well, they're two of the three in CP's, your top three this week, right?
Well, the other guy is Vadley, Georgia Tech quarterback. I think what these guys did this weekend to explode onto the scene, all first-time ACCers, check it out. CP's 3, best of the week. It's up.
It's always great. You can check that out right now, as soon as the show's over, on the ACC Digital Network. CP's Top 3 is part of our weekly lineup. Sunday, we pick the best game of the weekend and give you all the best moments in about 7 minutes. Then REM Power Plays of the Week, CP's Top 3 we were just talking about. And, of course, right now we're doing ACC Live. Tomorrow, same time, 1 p.m., it's the Throwback Game. On Fridays, ACC Soccer Weekly. And, of course, Saturday, Game Day. Highlights, must-see moments for every game. If you want to see Tajh Boyd keep getting better this year, does that mean you expect 9 touchdowns for him tomorrow against NC State? He talks about the game and his favorite target, Sammy Watkins, next.
It's time to twist again at Ruby Tuesday. Introducing 4 amazing new burgers made with 100% fresh USDA choice beef, handcrafted to order with a twist. Our new buttery toasted pretzel buns. Like our spicy jalapeno pretzel cheeseburger with pepper jack cheese, crispy jalapenos, and smoky chipotle mayo. Or our bacon cheese pretzel burger with applewood smoked bacon, all starting at just $8.99. And go to funbetweenthebuns.com for a twisted deal on our pretzel burgers. Welcome to Ruby Tuesday.
The ACC mobile app is free and fully loaded. Scores, schedules, and stats, highlights, and live games, all in the palm of your hand. Download it on your iPhone, iPad, or Android. Your teams, your app. It's on the ACC mobile app, presented by Carrabba's. Download it today.
Want to win a trip to the ACC Football Championship? Visit the ACC Facebook page and enter the Haviland Protect What Matters Challenge for your chance to win.
Having analyzed countless college football formations, I can spot a good defense. Haviland Motor Oil defends your car's engine and helps protect your investments. Share your Haviland stories on our Facebook page and enter to win a VIP trip to the ACC Football Championship.
Haviland, protect what matters.
College sports is about moments. Moments we cheer for. Moments that give us chills. Moments we will never forget. Must-see moments. The ACC Digital Network. It's on.
When it comes to being better, what's better? Being better or worse?
Better!
Okay, and what are you better at?
I'm better at telling jokes.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Queen.
Queen who?
Queen, my dishes, please.
Clean.
It's Queen to make it funny.
He doesn't get it.
It's not complicated. Better is better. And AT&T is the nation's fastest and now most reliable 4G LTE network.
Boyd walks in. Goes out in the flat. Touchdown. Watkins untouched. Touchdown. Hopkins wide open. Touchdown. There goes Tajh Boyd after the pump fake. Touchdown. Boyd. Touchdown. There's the tight end. Ford hits the pylon. It's a touchdown.
Welcome back to ACC Live. He's Clinton Portis. I'm Jeff Fischel. That was Tajh Boyd's big day last year against the Wolfpack. 8 total touchdowns. The teams meet up tomorrow night. How many TDs do you expect from Mr. Boyd? Give us your prediction. Tweet us at the ACCDN. Now, Clinton, when we watch Tajh, What's so impressive is the decision-making he has going on throughout the game. Take us through what he sees and the split-second choices he makes.
Well, I think using this new fad with the pistol offense, you got an opportunity to have a run-pass option, a threat. So right here you have the threat, run-pass. You just read the safety. If the safety steps into the box, Sammy Watkins has the opportunity to step behind the safety, and he makes a great play out of this. So when you're given that choice, you know, if the safety steps down into the box, you throw the ball. If the safeties stay flat-footed, you hand it off. Right here, same formation, same illusion, but this is a pass play from the beginning because the safeties don't move. The running back actually could get the edge, so you would hand the ball off here. But because the safeties have seen the pistol for so often, you get an opportunity to slide it in backside. Nobody reacts. So I think this option is great for Tajh Boyd.
In that Clemson-NC State game last year, Tajh threw for over 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, and then he ran for 3 more. That's how you get to 8. The year before, though, Tajh Boyd struggled against the Wolfpack, threw 2 picks, no touchdowns, and the Clemson Tigers lost. Bonnie Bernstein from our sister network, Campus Insiders, spoke to Boyd this week about how the team approaches this game and, well, every game.
Everybody in the media is yelling trap game about this Thursday night, especially since you put up video game stats against NC State last year. What is the chatter about this game like in your locker room?
You know, we just got to stay focused. There is no particular reason why we feel like this is a trap game. We really don't. We feel like every game is a big game. We feel like this is the biggest game of the year.
Let's talk about your receiver situation, Tajh. You lost your number 2, Sharon Peak, to an ACL, but you got your number 1, Sammy Watkins, and he has some pretty lofty goals for himself that he's gone public with, 1,400-plus yards receiving, at least 13 touchdowns. What's he like in the huddle? Is he always campaigning?
He's really a selfless player. You know, for him, it's really about getting a win as a program first, and then accomplishing his stats and everything second.
Tajh Boyd, thanks so much for the time. Good luck Thursday against NC State.
I appreciate that.
All right, so we heard them talking about a trap game. When you were at Miami, you guys won a national title. You had to worry about the same thing. Can you overlook a team? Can you afford to, and how do you avoid it?
Well, I think you avoid trap games by knowing. You know this is a cakewalk game. You know this is a game that you should win. So it's hard to be trapped into not going out and being ready. I think what they need to do is get in this game, put it away early, take the fight out of the Wolfpack, keep your guys healthy, and continue your journey to the ACC Championship and even the National Championship.
NC State Clemson goes back a long way to 1899. It's the rivalry known as the Textile Bowl. It's produced some great games over the years. One of the best, 1998. Torrey Holt had 4 touchdowns. One of the great games he ever had in Raleigh. That's our throwback game tomorrow, 1998. Clemson or North Carolina State. We cut it down to 30 minutes. Tomorrow at 1 here on the ACC Digital Network. And I know, Clinton, you played against Torrey in the NFL.
Torrey Holt, class act, one of my favorite players. You know, in '98, I was coming out. I was in high school, actually. I remember the Torrey Holt, Dre Bly competition going on with NC State, UNC. Torrey Holt is such a talented guy, and I think I had the opportunity to watch him firsthand when they were the greatest show on turf in St. Louis, and he basically told our cornerbacks, this is what I'm running. I'm running a post corner, stop it, and turn around, run a post corner, like you can't stop me, throw the ball over his shoulder, like put somebody else on me. And you know, Torrey Holt has always been one of my favorite players.
He's truly one of the great receivers in the history of the National Football League. Watch Torrey Holt dominate tomorrow at 1, a game that was decided in the final minute, and Torrey Holt was involved in that play. Tigers and Wolfpack, 1998 on the ACC Digital Network. And make sure you follow our Twitter feed at the ACCDN. I will be tweeting storylines, nuggets, some fun stuff about the game from our Twitter feed at the ACCDN. It's time now for the stories and moments that left Clinton Portis saying,
"Are you serious?"
That's right. It's time for Are You Serious? We start with Virginia Tech kicker Cody Journell was living in kicker hell last Saturday. He missed 2 field goals, a PAT, and he missed another field goal that was wiped away by a penalty.
All you have to do is kick. Right here, Cody Journell, you can kiss your NFL chances goodbye. You missed 4 kicks. 4 kicks. All you got to do is practice kicking it between those 2 little uprights. So right here I have to say, Cody Journell, are you serious?
You know, that there's a golf term for that. It's the yips, and I think we all can relate to that. Kickers stick together. our next victim, Duke's Ross Martin. The right-footed kicker, normally reliable. The Blue Devils tried to surprise Georgia Tech with an onside kick, and Martin used his left foot, and it went the wrong way.
Well, I think right here, Ross Martin outsmarted himself. If you attempted to do this, you couldn't duplicate it. You know, if the other team was really paying attention, you would have had a guy run up, pick up the ball, scoop and score. But right here, Ross Martin, and everything that the coach had to say to him when he trotted off this field, you have to say, Ross Martin, are you serious?
He did come off the field and spoke to Coach David Cutcliffe, and I only wish we could have heard that conversation, or at least thought bubbles would have worked as well. Michael Campanaro tied the ACC record, which he already shared, with 16 catches against Louisiana Monroe. By all accounts, he had a fantastic game. But then, with 4 seconds left, Wake Forest needed a 2-point conversion to tie it and force overtime, and Camp dropped it.
I mean, my man, Michael Campanaro, great game. You can't take that away. 16 catches is an amazing game. You kept your team in the game. You gave your team an opportunity. Everybody in that stadium knew where the ball was going on this final play, and you don't show up. You could have broke the record. You could have had it alone. Michael Campanaro, Wake Forest. Are you serious?
I know that will haunt him for a long time, but he truly did have a fantastic day, and that is Are You Serious? 3 ACC football stars are being recognized for what they're doing off the field. It's time for the ACC Now, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. Miami's Stephen Morris, NC State's Asa Watson, and Dave Harding from Duke have all been named to the All-State Good Works team for their community service. Morris works on marrow donor drives. Watson volunteers on urban renewal projects. Harding helped organize a trip to Ethiopia to dig a water well. It's well-deserved recognition for all three, to be sure. Legendary Florida State coach Bobby Bowden is being honored this weekend by his alma mater, Samford University. The school will unveil a statue of Bowden before Saturday's game, and he'll lead the team on its pregame walk as well. He graduated from Samford in '53, and he was the head coach there from '59 to '62. And a special conference announcement right now. Here on the ACCDN, the headline acts at FanFest before the ACC Football Championship. There's Rodney Atkins, Sarah Evans as well, a great country music combo. Evans performs at 3:30, Atkins at 5:30, then the game is at 8. And that's the ACC Now, brought to you by Ruby Tuesday. All right, remember predictions for tomorrow night, Clemson, NC State. Will the Wolfpack do it to Clemson like it did to Florida State last year? Any shot?
No chance at all.
Wow, he's not giving them any shot. All right, well, give me your predictions. Can the Wolfpack pull off the upset? Tweet us your bold predictions at the ACCDN. And remember, CP's top 3, Bad Lee, Carlos Williams, Terrel Hunt. It's a great piece this week. That's on the ACC Digital Network as well. And tomorrow, live at 1, Eastern ACC Throwback. Thanks for watching ACC Live.